Hey guys, what's going on? This is Leonomonn, welcoming you back to Super Mario Bros. 3. Something I should mention about this episode. I'm currently post-commentating it. See, for some reason I had this odd issue. I use Audacity to record my voice. I've never had this happen before with Audacity specifically, but it's weird. Parts of the audio just kind of skip. And what I mean by that is like just parts of the sound file have been sort of cut out. Like for example, I noticed while I was trying to see if I could fix it, there's a point where like my words were kind of blending together, and I said the word cannonball, and I was talking about this part here, and it came out as kinball, it came out as kinba, and well, I was kind of like, well, I'd like to not have to re-record this, but it's gonna kind of suck if I don't, and it's the finale of one of my favorite games ever, so I might as well, give it a better ending. But yeah, so as a result, have to do post-commentary. The funny thing is, while I was recording, I noticed that the computer was having a few issues and it was dropping a couple frames, which means the video would be a little out of sync with the game audio. Like a couple spots, it's probably going to happen. I didn't notice it because I was so distracted by the big issue about my commentary being gone. But yeah, so I decided to stop the recording right before we got to the final level, and when I reset it, I didn't have that issue, so my live commentary from for the very last stage is still intact, perfectly fine. So this episode's gonna have that, but I also gotta kind of post-commentate because I got 22 minutes of nothing because I got rid of that one bit that failed. Unfortunately, it was the bigger bit too. Here, it's kind of funny. I got stuck down there for a bit because I couldn't get a good enough running start to get Luigi up on top of the tank. It had me so frustrated too. But yeah, so we're just kind of getting into it. The first level, I kind of like the idea of the first two levels in Darkland. Actually, it's called Castle of Koopa in this SNES remake. You'll actually hear me talk about that in the end. But I kind of like the first two levels because, hang on just a second. Excuse me, I had to burp. The first two levels are like a tank. Oh man, this was not worth it. I don't even know why I decided to do that. But yeah, the first two levels, well, the first one's basically a tank, and then the second one's basically a boat. So I've always thought of it as like kind of the first thing you take on is Bowser's army, like the last remnants of his army that are still in Darkland. I'm gonna call it Darkland because that's what I know it as. But so you take on the last remnants of his army that's in Darkland, and then you take on his navy, and then you proceed into the level, which right now we're taking on the navy. But yeah, I just think it's a cool concept. One thing I should mention, I don't know if it's happened on screen yet, but I remember mentioning in the live commentary that you can actually swim in that lava-ish colored water down there. I guess you can kind of tell because it doesn't have the usual bubbly quality. It's more of like a brown wavy kind of looking texture thing. But yeah, so you can swim in that, so don't be afraid if you fuck up and fall in. And then the boss of the naval ship is Boomer. So go ahead and kick his ass like we have been the whole way through. I swear, that mini boss is like the easiest in the whole fucking game. But yeah, once you defeat those two, you can go through that pipe right there. And once you're through there, you come out in the next section, which has these vortexes that when you walk on them, they have a chance of pulling you in. I don't know if there's like specific odds, But there's 3 of them. It's the first, third, and fifth that can pull you in. I do all of them in the video, but basically, as you go to pass over them, you have a chance of being pulled in, and this can happen for both players, and it's kind of weird because when I've played 2-player games, I've had where like the first and fifth one pulls me in, and then like say my dad will get pulled in by the third one, but not the other 2. But if you don't get pulled in, you can still play the level. You just have to push the A button or the confirm button or whatever it is, depending on what controller you're using. And I kind of recommend it because you get a maple leaf for beating each one. And, you know, it's kind of nice to have those items at the end because there's no other way to get more items at the end of this game. Like in this world, the only items I know you can pick up are those ones. But yeah, the first one is kind of challenging. It's not super hard, but you just basically take... I like the concept of it because you take on all the types of hammer bro that you've seen in the game. And then the one we just beat is one where you just have to watch out for potaboos, which I think is really easy. But this one right here is... I think it's the hardest one because if you played Mario 1, you remember those cheap levels where the fucking... the fish would just kill you all the time because you had to run and dodge them and shit. But yeah, so that's basically the point of this level. Just avoid the cheeps. I see it as kind of a throwback level, and I think it's fun, but it's probably the most challenging of these 3 levels. And like I said, at the end of each one, you get a maple leaf, so you can get your feather power up. So that's always nice. And then after that, you have to take on what I consider Bowser's Air Force, which is practically like another airship, except it moves a lot faster. If you're kind of inexperienced with the game and you have trouble with the platforming, I definitely say this is a level you'd want a magic wing for. Because with how much shit you got flying at you, because just about every one of them has, excuse me, one of those wrench throwing guys on them. It's usually a good idea to try to, if you're not confident, or if you've tried it and you've died a few times, a magic wing really helps, because you don't have to time your jumps to make sure you don't run into the wrenches and everything either. But yeah, it's not too hard, but I definitely say it's kind of one of the harder levels. I looked for a power up here because I didn't know if there was one or not. And then you fight Boomer, fucking Boomer. I think this is no. Yeah, you see him one more time, maybe 2, before this game's up. It's kind of funny actually when you think about it. You fight him. We've already fought him twice, and we got to fight him at least once more. I know for a fact, and I believe there's 2 more. But that's just speculation because I don't remember, even though I just recorded this like 2 days ago. This level, I actually kind of died on purpose a couple times because there's a secret. There's a secret way to get 3 lives, which you'll see later on in the episode. But I kind of... Originally, my plan wasn't to die, and then I think I ended up like getting killed by accident, so I ended up coming in with a magic wing. But then I tried to get rid of the magic wing. You know what, I'll just tell the story when it comes up. But yeah, so this level's kind of tricky because of all the... You got to do a lot of specific height jumps. Like, for example, you saw me having to jump from pipe to pipe, which is always tricky because you got to watch out for the piranha plants. But then you have all these bullet bills that really fuck with your jump height. And as you saw, I got hit right there. But you want to try to get that star if you can, because it makes it a lot easier to get this 1-up. And, 1-ups are always nice. Yeah, that's what happened. I went to jump and get that mushroom, and that bullet bill happened to come out right as I was doing it, so I got killed. So I decided to... Yeah, I decided to use a magic wing here. And just flew. As you can see. And then you go on this pipe up here. and this box has 3 1-ups in it. And I actually kind of phased through the block there. I was kind of confused when that actually happened. But I guess it just kind of clipped through or something, and it was like, oh well. But yeah, so then after that, I tried to lose my P-Wing because I didn't want to just fly through the level and cheat. So then I go over here and drop down, and I check over here because I've never actually checked up here to see if there's anything special, and I didn't find anything. So the Boo kind of clogs up the hole I was going to fall down because he's a dick. But yeah, I go to get the feather, and it turns out the P-Wing doesn't go away. At least it didn't seem like it did. But either way, I kind of just fell on a bullet bill and die and lost my power-up, and then I slip off the edge. If I would have just flown through, I could have been fine, but I kind of didn't want to cheat through the level, you know? So that's why I didn't. But yeah, so then I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going in with a Maple Leaf, so I can get the 1-ups again. And it's kind of funny because I swear this level is the one that gave me the most trouble in Dark World, and it is a little on the challenging side, because you know the piranha plants really is what fucks you up. I mean, bullet bills always fuck me up for some reason, but it's usually the piranha plants that get me with their odd timing and stuff. But yeah, so then I just kind of flew ahead. And then here, I just kind of, you know, use a turtle to get my jump height I needed. Here's actually kind of a tricky jump if you're not careful. You either need... I fuck it up though, because I planned on flipping that turtle shell to make it stop moving, and it ended up hitting me. That was just a debacle. Like, then I go to hit that bullet bill, and I let go of the shell, kick it, hit myself, and then I go to just say fuck it and run, and the music note bounces and kills me. So then I enter the level and I'm pissed off. I think I actually clear it this time though, which I'd be happy if I did. Yeah, it's just... The two difficult things about this level for me are the bullet bills and the piranha plants, because the piranha plants you have to pay attention to their timing or you can fuck up. And then I had this wall of bullet bills that made me so mad because there was like nothing I could do. And then this Boo is chasing me all over the place because he's a dick. Oh, I forgot. I feel like that one should have taken my hat off. Yeah, you just gotta watch out for the bullet bills. I'd say that's the biggest problem here, because the piranha plants stopped being an issue later on. There, I was very careful to... Well, I hope I was. Yeah, I was careful to get rid of that shell so I wouldn't have to deal with it. And I figured I'd need to bounce on the bullet bills, but it turns out you can actually make that jump just by jumping, and I feel stupid for not just doing it. But you guys know me, I'm pretty damn dumb to begin with. And I always thought it was kind of weird how on this like section of the world, the overworld's darkened. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. If you sit in this quicksand, you sink down to the bottom, and then you have a choice of 2 warp pipes. There's one on the right, one on the left. I actually, I went to go back and see what the other one did, because I couldn't remember. And I ended up dying, so it's kind of shitty. Sorry, I needed some Wawa. So yeah, I ended up trying to go back. As you can see, I'm attempting, and I suck. I clearly fucked that up. So then we're going to go ahead and go again, and I saw it as an okay opportunity to just see what the other one did. Except I overshoot because I'm a dumbass. Man. Oh. Wait. What's going on? Great, the video's not playing for me anymore. Well, when you do go down in that warp pipe, down at the bottom, you get coins as you saw, I'm guessing by the sounds, because I just heard I died. So I attempted to jump over that piranha plant, and I nicked it. So then I went back in and said, you know what, I'm getting the fucking power up that's under the sand. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of waiting for the sand to let me through. And then I went ahead and just kind of went back in. This is kind of weird because I'm trying to co-commentate, because I want it to keep my whole file. Not co-commentate, post-commentate. I want it to keep my whole file, but I can't see the video playing anymore. Like it's still, I can still hear the sound. And that's kind of how I can tell what's going on. I know there's actually a tricky jump where you have to bounce on a music note block, but you already saw me do it. I can tell I heard the level end music. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. Okay, sorry about that little issue. I think basically what happened is I use Pinnacle 16 to edit my videos, and that's what I'm using to record the voiceover, because Audacity is the one that gave me the problem to begin with. And I guess it like half crashed. I don't know, I've been having issues where it crashes like when I start it up or when I'm doing stuff with it. But I don't know, I guess it like crashed, but then it like caught itself, so it kept going, but I don't know, because like when I stopped it, I couldn't get the video to play, but now it's playing, so I don't know. Either way, this finale has been full of fuck-ups, I gotta say. So the trick to this level, this fortress, is that you basically go through these doors to switch in between, I guess you could say, 2 different levels, because they play out differently. And as you can see, at some points you have to switch over to progress through the level more. I think it's actually a really cool idea because it not only does it allow you to, it makes the level a little more complex than normal, but it also, when you think about it, kind of lets the player sort of, what am I trying to say here? It sort of lets them kind of mold their experience with the level a bit. Like, if you play this again, chances are you won't take the same doors unless you do it on purpose. Oh wow, it just started pouring rain outside. I was wondering what that noise was. I like the rain. I like being able to listen to it, and it's kind of nice since I'm just sitting here recording this co-commentary. God damn it, I keep saying co-commentary. I'm actually not... I actually had a big break in between where I went and got some food because I was getting pissed off at this thing. But I'm glad it's working. I only have like 4 minutes left to go. As you saw a minute ago, the trick there is you need to have a P switch going so you can have those white doors exposed. If you go in the first one that I passed up, I believe you can get a power up. And if you go to the second one, then you advance to the fight with Boomer. And to get here, as you saw, you just have to duck. I'm sorry, I've been distracted, so now I'm trying to catch up with the commentary a bit. One of the things I thought was kind of weird about this world is that you can only get 2 cards total, like how I have that flower and that star in the bottom right corner. You can only get 2 cards total, so you can't get extra lives in this level. Once you get to this world, you're basically stuck with what you have. But now this is the final section of Dark World. As you can see, there's another tank setup, which is like Bowser's last military force, and then there's his castle. So as you can see, we're getting really close to the end. Just this level and then the final one, which I already have commentary for, so which I'm keeping in because I figure that'll be... I kind of prefer to have live commentary. I mean, it's kind of easier in post as well because, you know, I don't have to sit here and watch the whole video through another time just to co-commentate. God, I keep fucking saying co-commentate. It's making me mad. My brain just isn't working right now. Oh yeah, that was weird. I remember that wrench just kind of went through my head. But, you know, I'll take it. I don't want to die, so... And I'd rather not lose my power-ups. But But yeah, this one's pretty much... It's pretty much just more of the tank level from the first section, but it's a little more complicated because of that ceiling that you saw. And then I believe this is our 4th fight with Boomer in this world. It's ridiculous how much they reuse Boomer. And I kind of went back to that in like Mario 3D World and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of wish they could have came up with a fresh mini boss, but it's still fun. I mean, I don't play the levels looking forward to the mini bosses. I play them to play the levels. But yeah, so I decided to use a hammer suit because I thought it would be cool to end it with my favorite suit. And as you're going to see in a second, game fucks me over. I was so mad when I was recording that because what you have to do there is you just have to run incredibly fast, like as fast as you can to get through the lasers. Like, I've never had it fail on me, except whenever I'm wearing one of the special suits. And it just so happened I was wearing my favorite suit and it fucked up on me. So thank you, game. So I had another one, and I said, you know what, let's try it again. And this time I go in, jump over, didn't think to land on a statue to jump over some more, so I basically try to trick it out where I can get this guy to shoot the ground in front of me, and then I can go through. Except he reshoots for some reason, and I lose my other hammer suit. So that was a lost cause. And I was so pissed off about it that I almost stopped playing the fucking game. I kind of wish my old commentary would have worked because I had a moment of rage. But here, once you get that one up, you can actually activate sort of a glitch where you can, if you jump up and crouch onto that block, you can actually face through the wall and avoid like jumping down. And basically all that's down there is these little falling platforms that I call donuts that you basically need to get up here because that door that's above us and now level with us, it's the one you need to go in to get to Bowser. So, you know, yeah, you just kind of have to do it. And I royally fucked up this part, so I was about ready to just give up, and then I messed up my jump. So it was kind of like, well, why even bother giving up? Because you fucked up anyway. But yeah, at this point, I realized that the capture was having a few issues. So in a few seconds, we're going to have the live commentary recommence, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode.
And we're back. Sorry about that. I just noticed the computer was having a few issues with the capture, so I figured I'd try to make the final battle in perfectness, or as perfect as I can get it. And you know what? Since I got one special suit left that isn't a frog suit, we're gonna go ahead and use a Tanuki suit. It's actually a lot easier, so... Yeah, I'm kind of bummed. Don't get to... Yo, that was dumb of me. Good thing I can float. I think it's kind of funny that they didn't change the statue from looking like Mario. Just because, you know, I'm Luigi. Let's do this again. Oh, let's be careful, because we don't want to lose another special suit. I already lost 2 on this one fucking level. Alright, so. Now let's be careful here. Gotcha, bitch. I've got your number. No, you're not pulling that one on me this time. Alright. And we are at Bowser. Or King Koopa, I believe he was called at this time. And here's the tricky thing about Bowser. See, you have to basically make him ground... You have to avoid him and make him ground pound these blocks so he falls to his death, basically. And one of the interesting things is that when his, like, bottom half of his body, the part that isn't his head, doesn't, like, have a hitbox, so you can actually crouch and stand underneath him and you'll be fine. It's really weird how it works. Oh, shit. Ooh, that was tricky. I just didn't want him to flame me. Ooh! Oh, I didn't know you could jump on his head. Well, look at that. I'm learning new shit all the time. Ooh! Yeah! We got him. But yeah, as you saw, his bottom half doesn't have a hitbox, so you can either... If you're little, you can just stand there, and as long as you're not... Oh, gotta have the fanfare. But yeah, I'm gonna finish what I'm saying before we go in there. So as long as you're not standing on the blocks that he's gonna break and fall through, you can actually survive just by standing there, as long as you don't get hit by flames. But yeah, so that was King Koopa, and now we are gonna go and rescue Princess Peach. My Tanuki suit! This is a bittersweet victory for me now. Thank you, but our princess is in another castle. Instead, you get William Shatner. Just kidding. Ha, ha, ha. Bye, bye. Do, 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 do. And then we get the level call out in Grassland. Ba, 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 ba. Desert Hill. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I love this song. Seaside. I feel like they've changed the names of the worlds. I believe that was Waterland. Big Island. The Sky. I'm pretty sure that they changed it in the SNES version from... Because originally that was Skyland. Iceland. Yeah, they used to all have land after them, if I remember right. So I think they changed them for the SNES version. The Pipe Maze. Hammer Suit, I miss you. Castle of Koopa. That was Darkland in the original. I know that for a fact. Bum 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 bum. The end. Push start. And we will save and quit. So yeah, that's been our Let's Play of Super Mario Bros. 3 from Super Mario All-Stars on the remake for the Wii. I definitely recommend picking it up if you can't play the original SNES one. Because I will say something, I had the original, not the original, the one that has Mario World packaged in. Mario World was like in between these two. And you could select it just like you could select any of these games. And the save is broken on it for some reason. But I also have a copy that I got from my cousins of the one that this one's modeled after, the original Mario All-Stars. And that one still saves, so I don't know if that's an issue with the Mario World cartridges or what. But either way, I definitely recommend having this thing, because you get to play some really fun games with really nice graphics. And if we go back in, I believe... No? Goes ahead and starts over? Well, normally, when you start a new game, you actually start with, like, full P-Wings. And we don't get that on here. But you guys get to see Mario. You know what? Let's play a level as Mario. I feel kind of bad because he's been neglected the whole Let's Play, so let's play a level as him. Just for funsies. Or, you know what? I don't know. This is kind of a long level. I don't know. You get to see how nice Mario looks. That's the important thing here. So yeah, that's been the Let's Play, and I will see you guys for the next one.